Rule Breakers is a movie that is out in theaters. It's an independent film that tells the true story of the first ever Afghan women's robotics team. So, it's a very inspirational story, as you can probably imagine. And, it's fictionalized, of course, to kind of retell it and stuff like that. But it's primarily about this woman named Roya, who puts together this team in Afghanistan, a group of 4 women that she recruits, girls really, because they're under the age of 18. And, she inspires them to be more than what life is presenting them. And through this, they, travel to various competitions all over the world and things of that nature. So just based off of that premise, it's kind of like a feel-good story overall. And as I said, it's based off a true story. Now, watching it, yes, it's a little bit formulaic and at times safe in terms of its narrative, and definitely, I would say, geared towards Western audiences. But despite all that, it has a charm to it that you can't help, at least I couldn't help, but be sucked into. And I was rooting for both Roya in terms of her overall mission, but especially the 4 girls themselves. Literally they are girls, and so there's an innocence about them and whatnot. And, while the movie, as I said, plays a little bit safe, there's enough danger on the outskirts, and at times, like when it really hits home, that it's that, do we continue, do we not, and is this worth it, is this not? And I appreciate that it grapples with some of those questions and, manages to, be inspiring and charming in that way. And, even if it has a little bit of naivete about it, I think that's part of it, what you have to be able to do and put yourself out there, no different than these women really had to do. And so, I found it. I found it that I really, really enjoyed it. And funny enough, apropos, I watched it on International Women's Day. So, very fitting, of course. But, it's a charming movie that, if anything that I've said appeals to you, like if you love indie movie, for sure, then check this out. They speak primarily English, so it's not like you have to read a ton of subtitles and things like that. And, what's fun is that you're put into the world of these competitions as well, right? And so that in and of itself is, for me, a new world. And to get a glimpse into that was very inspiring, to see what these kids are like in real life building, and not just the Afghan women, but just collectively the world, and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I truly appreciated it. I would say like a perfect movie in that way, but a fun movie and one that I could revisit or see myself revisiting for sure. So I do recommend it. Out of 5 stars, I would give it a solid 4 stars. I think whatever shortcomings there are, it has just such heart, so it's all forgivable, and great performances by, these primarily actresses, right? That I didn't know and stuff like that. Phoebe Waller-Bridge does have a role in the movie. She's like the biggest name for sure, but it's more of like a cameo role, but I think she definitely crushes it. But it's good to see that these, to me, unknown actors just crush these roles. So truly, truly wonderful. So yeah, go check it out if this appeals to you, and if and when you do, let me know your thoughts.